So it is that next day, and I'm going to be taking this thing out and washing it and giving it a good bath. Gonna say goodbye to this one. This one's going to be disappearing today. In about 5 hours, I'm gonna be getting rid of that and getting some nice money back. As you can see, I'm gonna be shooting for little nooks and crannies that just cluttered with dirt and grime. Uh, you know, it comes off pretty easily with the finger, but I want to give it a nice scrub with some brass or wire brushes and some degreaser. And then I'm also going to try out that aluminum shine a little bit more on the cases. I'm going to attempt to touch these forks. They have something on them that it's not dirt. I don't know what it is, but they have ruined these forks. I'm going to try to mess with that, fix that up a little bit, show you guys a time lapse of what this thing is going to look like. Especially down here, you can see how dirty this hub is, this swing arm, how shiny this is over here, but how a little bit dirty. I never got around to touching it. Yeah. So let's get this thing out. Let's wash it. A recap on some of the things that I'm going to be shooting for with this bike when cleaning it. As of right now, I got a couple spots that I'm going to focus on the most. Previously, I was cleaning up these cases right here, around the crankshaft and up underneath where the chain rubs and stuff. You just see there's some grime that I still need to get to. And I was mainly just cleaning like the cylinder and the main cases and the swing arm stuff, but there's smaller spots that I did miss. I want to go back and touch up on the swing arm on both sides. They, especially on this right side, it's definitely not the move. The brake calipers on both of them, super dirty. I'm going to definitely get that. You can see right here how much I've cleaned on this hub and how different it is where all like the aluminum brightener was running off. This caliper, disgusting. Gonna have to definitely work on that. I'm gonna see what I can do to these forks. Might not be able to do a lot, but that's the rundown. Find these smaller little imperfections, especially the ones you can see, right? Once this bike is put back together, all the plastics, all the fairings back on, what are you going to be able to see that's going to be noticeable that is definitely dirty and that it was not taken care of? So I'm going to try to find those small gaps right here. You won't be able to see it a lot with the tank being on there, but you will be able to see that, and so I want to try to take care of that. The radiators there, a little bit of grime. I want to try to take care of that as well. So let's get to it. So just got done washing it. It's not the most thorough wash. I had a few key things I wanted to go for, shoot for. I got most of the stuff that I wanted to get off of it. There's still some weird markings from where the aluminum brightener was shining on it and cleaning, but then it tripped off. So I had to take care of that a little bit. But I mainly got these hubs taken care of. This hub changed dramatically. Now, it isn't going to be like a brand new hub or like an anodized or powder coated hub, but for stock aluminum, for 5-year old aluminum, it turned out very well. And you can even see here at the bottom of the forks just how shiny those are. My brake calipers, I'm really proud of those. Brake calipers shined up very well. They look dang near pretty new. I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty dang close. The frame looking pretty dang white, kind of odd in certain lighting, certain spots. I seriously still have no idea what is wrong with these forks. I'm debating on taking them off and getting a polishing wheel out and turning it on that and see if I can get this to come off, because this is bad. This is really bad. I don't know what this is, but it ain't coming out with just a little bit of elbow grease, so it's gonna need some more. Overall, though, the bike is looking in pretty good condition. I have a few things I want to do for this bike here soon. The thing that's on top of my list is to put a new piston in. I want to rebuild the top end, and I want to put an hour counter on it so that I know whenever this bike was mine. Because two strokes, there's nothing that you're going to be able to see with this bike for how many hours the previous owner had. I believe the kid that it was not that many hours, but I can't be so certain on what happened. So I want to put an hour counter on it. As you see, I got these hoses nice and cleaned up. They were extremely dirty. They were not in the best shape at all. Overall, the bike is almost ready to get plastics put back on it. The plastics that I have are the old ones. They're kind of finicky. Yeah, on the looks sector, they look like stock plastics. There's nothing special about them. I'm gonna have to get rid of them. Or not get rid of them, but take them off. I do want to put it back on because I do want to see the contrast between plastic and freshly cleaned frame, engine case, everything. I'm telling you, this bike has made a 180 in my eyes on what this thing looked like when I got it versus what it is now. So first things first, I got to get a top end rebuild. I'll be doing that here soon, maybe in a week or 2 weeks. I'm gonna do that. I do want to get my hands on some more cosmetic features. Brake pedal and foot pegs, they're stock. There's nothing special about them. They blend right in. I want them to stand out. I want to make this bike my own. Have a little bit of my creativity, my spaz on this bike. Something that is a future thing, but is not necessarily needed at this given moment, is replacing all of these nuts and bolts and washers. I got a couple of them look like crap. That Phillips rusted out. Got to get it gone. These hex bolts, got to get them gone as well. These are straight though. These are shiny. I'm not in the real concern of replacing those, but there's some more on this side. Just replacing, getting a new shifter, shift lever. I want to get a nice new ignition cover that is not this bland plastic. I'm looking at maybe getting one from Lightspeed. They have a very nice carbon fiber weave ignition cover. Like I said, though, I'm going to be spending a lot of money on this bike, so stay tuned, seeing all the upgrades I do to it, and also stay tuned to when I get my first flip.